the...
First of all, you must have ran out of people.
Listen,
I mean, like, seriously, John Nagel is your co-host today, seriously?
He was the first one, I think, that we booked.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so, right? I mean, he was booked. I mean, it might have been Griffo first and then Nagel.
I'm thinking to myself, Bill must have burned all these bridges, and he can only find Nagel.
No, we don't ever do that. There are many that will come on, believe me. And many that I don't want to have on. So those that we've selected are key selections.
And I've started calling it, instead of Thursday in regular office, it's Nagel Day. Oh, next Nagel Day we've got...
I'm not going to be able to fit my head out the door, guys.
Yeah. So Nagel comes in each and every week for us and brings in a beer. And today, the craft beer you brought in today is good old Utica Club.
Absolutely.
With the new label on there. It's a throwback label.
Yep.
Really
you know
cool.
what they say? You put a new label on something, it doubles the sales. So
is that what they say?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what they try to do with me here at IBX. It's like, he's always done rock, but now we're going to put a new label on him, and I don't know if it doubles the
See
sales.
what happens. Yeah, definitely.
Number one morning show in the area.
Good morning, Z, and we want to ask you about the issue of the Utica Music Fest. It's down. It's not going to be repeated. It's been going for about 10 years.
I think it was 8 years.
And that was bands all over the Utica area and a little bit beyond, but all over the city.
Yep.
And bands from all over the place would come in and perform, and tough thing to pull off, right?
It really is. When you're trying to juggle, 10 to 15 different venues and 200 bands and sound guys and everything, it gets kind of costly and hectic, if you will.
So what do you think happened? I mean, you're not a part of it, but you probably have talked to...
I haven't been a part of it in a few years, but I have played it with various bands, and I think it's a great thing, and it's unfortunate that it's not happening this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will regroup and come back for next year.
All right.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
This is at a time where you were just saying, Nagel, about how many concerts there are. Like, just take a look at tonight alone.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There are a ton of shows going on all over the region tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, you've got Gridley Page with Tim and Jeff Moyer down at the brewery. And then
tonight,
Zach Brown is at the new amphitheater out in Syracuse, Lakeview. Chris Stapleton is at CMAC. And I know there was one other. I can't recall.
Yeah, we got
off
one
the
at the
top of my head.
Odd tonight.
Oh, yeah,
with,
that's
Sugar Ray and
the Summerland
tour.
tour.
On
The
tonight.
Summerland tour.
Yeah, so this is all happening on one night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. And then, you can't take away from the fact that the Turning Stone, being a venue here, brings in big shows all the time, whether it's the smaller big shows in the showroom or the big ones that they do in the event center. I mean, we've really, the entertainment here is... and not to mention what the Stanley does. And the Stanley's always bringing in and stuff. So I think we're moving in the right direction there.
Have you been to the new amphitheater?
I haven't, but I drove by it trying to figure out where it was. Mm-hmm. And then I was confused because I knew they took out the Demolition Derby at the State Fair.
Yes.
But that has nothing to do with the amphitheater.
Right.
The amphitheater's on the other side, which is, I guess, is going to be on the water. Right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful, but tough to get in and out of.
Well, no, it's easy to get in.
Okay.
It's getting out. But it's really not
typical.
that big of a deal, and I'm sure they're going to figure it out eventually.
Yeah, and one of the biggest problems, too, the concert I went to last year, I went to the inaugural concert there last year, and there was also still concerts going on at the fair. So I think the lack of concerts at the grandstand, because it was a nightmare. You were in park waiting to get out for 45 minutes, literally. Because you have 3 different concerts going on. But, it's not too bad.
If you go to... I'll never forget. I used to hate going to a Patriots game in Foxborough when I was working in Rhode Island because getting out of there was a nightmare.
Buffalo's the worst.
You'd be an hour and a half getting out of there, but Buffalo's the same way. I think anywhere you go where there's a lot of people and everybody leaves at the same time, try getting out of a Utica Comets game on a Thursday night.
True, sure.
Everybody leaves at the same time, and it's funny to watch those people though that are the I'm going to beat the traffic people.
Oh, absolutely.
So, there's still 2.5 minutes left. It could be like a nail biter, and they just jump up and they run for their vehicles to get out and beat the traffic. It's what it is. But the facility, they say, that amphitheater is really beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And then the sunset at night and, on the water and behind the stage. I mean, it's gorgeous.
And it's really cool that the boats can just go right up there, and it almost becomes part of that scenery. It starts to get dark. You can see the glow of the lights on the boat. It's really nice.
The glow of the water.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
The green water,
The sludge.
the glow of sludge and toxins. It's really incredible. I mean, the rainbows all the time there. It's just incredible.
But it's a different color rainbow.
It is, yeah. I've never seen the colors of the rainbow like that. It's really, really interesting.
Very green.
Birds dropping from the sky. It's just quite a sight. But they apparently have really cleaned up that. What was it? A councilman or somebody out there was actually drinking the water, saying it's just delicious.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, that's what the health department said. I don't think you should have done that.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we're really getting to the meat of the Saranac concert series too. Starting tomorrow with Slightly Stupid and Soja.
Thank you, Nagel.
All right. And then next week we've got Mo coming in for 2 nights down there.
And we
Nice.
got the Dark Star on Sunday. Dark Star Orchestra.
wow, so that's
We're busy this weekend at the brewery. It's
Busy.
gonna be,
Yeah. And tonight with Gridley Page, they always draw really well.
Absolutely.
Oh, very well.
And of the bands of that era, they are one of the legendary local bands.
Longevity. They've been running for like almost 25 years.
Yeah.
Really.
I love that Tim now has his own era. I'm going to tell him that.
Yeah.
It's an era, yeah, or an air. There's an air about him. It's a nice one. It's a positive one. All right, quick break. We'll come back. I do want to talk about this cement manufacturing plant. I know, I'm pretty sure the mayor is good with this, but there's some councilmen saying it shouldn't go there. Are we in the midst of another Stewart's debacle, like what happened over on the Parkway? From what I understand, we're talking about big tax dollars coming in. It's more investment. It's in an area which is over by the recycling center, and it's in an industrial area. I don't know where else you would put that manufacturing plant. Are we going to thumb our nose at yet another business coming in?